sunny and hot in Gainesville, Florida, ready for game 2 of the 3-game series between 13th ranked Arkansas and the 2nd ranked Florida Gators. Great to have you with us here in Gainesville. Eric Freed with the Tennessee All-American Madison Shipman. Game 1 last night. Win her last start last Saturday. She last pitched February 22nd. And it's a leadoff walk to Johnson to get things going. Johnson with a .440 on base percentage. And she is a threat to steal.
Walk and then led to the 3-run home run.
This is popped up foul ground, room over there for Cahalan, and she has it with 1 away. So here comes Bree Ellis at .488 on the season. Shoemaker home run. Then Arkansas got some insurance in the 7th. 4-1 was the final. This is a shot to left center field. Falby got a good jump on it. Moves over and makes the catch. Retreating to first is Johnson, 2 down. Hit hard by Ellis, but Falby was there. Courtney Deifel told her team, have fun, relax, just play. This is slapped out to left field. Otis moves over to make the catch to retire the side. With a 3-2 to Falby. Back over the pitcher's head, and with Falby's speed, no chance to get her. It rolls into center field, and the leadoff hitter is aboard for the Gators.
Yesterday's game where Kendra Falby got on base and then she was caught stealing at second, and it really felt like a momentum shift in that game, especially after Arkansas had just gone up 3-0.
Falby on the move again, and it misses for ball 4. So 2 are aboard here to get things going for Florida. The 0-1 from Burnham. Hot shot to short. Rijo with the flip to second for 1. They turn the double play. You can talk about the pitching depth for Arkansas. You can talk about how they can hit one. Back up the middle. 2-out single for Otis brings in a Florida run. 1-0 Gators in the first.
That swing right there and that hit, that 2-out hit by Corby Otis is something that this Florida offense needed to be able to come through with runners in scoring position. And this is a rise ball on the outside part of the plate, but Corby Otis' swing is tailor-made for pitches up.
This one is hit deep to left field. Drifting back is Kramer, off her glove and over the fence for a 2-run home run. 3-0 Gators.
Come through with runners in scoring position. They get to 2 outs, they get to 2 strikes, and they're still putting big swings on the softball. This one a changeup outside to Reagan Walsh, and she's able to drive it out to left field. Even took a moment. She thought that ball was caught out in left field, saw the umpire's signal that it was out of the ballpark, and it's a 2-run to extend their lead.
Home run number 10 on the season for Walsh. Good 2-out hitting for the Gators. This is a fly ball to shallow center field. The shortstop, Rijo, goes out to make the catch. Good 2. McDowell having an excellent start to her career, .354. This is popped up and playable. Cahalan in foul ground, 1 down. For stepping aside after that February 22nd appearance, her whip was .143. That's very high for her. This is a fly ball to the left fielder, Otis, and Rijo is retired. 2 down here for the first time. 1-2. Ooh, came inside and hit her.
Those last 2 pitches looked like Keegan Rothrock was trying to work that drop ball low and inside to Davis.
Oh, back-to-back hit batters as Ratliff, the number 8 hitter, is hit by Rothrock. The strikeout. Popped up. Second baseman Williams calls for it, and she's got it to retire the side. So the hit batters do not. Williams to lead things off for the Gators. This is popped up left side, foul ground. McDowell, 1 away. Talked about the pitching depth for this Arkansas team.
A completely different team than what we're seeing here in April against the Florida Gators.
Another pop-up on the infield. Another chance for McDowell, who chases Burnham out of the circle. 2 down.
They ended up losing the first. Looks like A ball on the batter was called on that pitch, timing violation.
1-2-3 inning for Peyton Burnham. This is trouble. No way you're going to get Johnson with her speed. By the time it got into the glove of Cahalan at third, Johnson was stepping on first. Leadoff infield single. 1-1 the count to Reagan Kramer, who fouled out her first time. This is a solid single right center field. It'll get down into the gap. Moving over to third is Johnson. Holding at first is Kramer. Runners on the corners with nobody out. This is a fly ball. Falvey coming on, and she won't get it. It drops in. Johnson scores. Kramer holds at second. It's another RBI for Bree Ellis, number 56 on the season, and Arkansas is on the board.
It won't go down as the hardest hit off of the bat of Bree Ellis, but it's just as effective for her up at the plate. Again, it's another pitch that's on the inside part of the plate. This one more of that rise ball working inside. He gets jammed up and drops it right in front of Kendra Falvey out there in center field in this at bat.
This one is hit to the right fielder. Drifting over is Shoemaker. Tagging at second and heading to third is Kramer. First out of the inning, as White 3 for 4 in the Arkansas win. This one is hit well to left field and back. Otis looking up, and it is gone. 3-run home run for the freshman Ella McDowell, and Arkansas is in front in Gainesville.
Coach Courtney Deifel wanted to see her team put better swings on these pitches, and that's exactly what they have done in the top of the third inning. After stringing together a couple of base hits, this one is a rise ball that leaks back over more towards the inside part of the plate, and Ella McDowell is all over this pitch. She gets her barrel on top of that rise ball and drives it out of the ballpark to give Arkansas the lead in the top of the third. You can tell by that swing, too, that she just took off of Rothrock.
That's off the glove of Walsh, who heads over to first, but no play for Florida as Rijo is aboard. That's slapped out and down. Fair ball to right field. Rijo hesitated around second. It's going to cost her. Base hit for Davison, but Shoemaker came up throwing and gets the assist. 2 down.
This is a really nice throw from Taylor Shoemaker out in right field. Here's Rijo getting a read. This one hits the ground in right field, and right here she just slows up just for a second, turns around, turns her head towards right field. You can read that ball off of the bat and know immediately that Taylor Shoemaker is not going to be able to make that catch in the air.
Off speed in there for strike 3. Strikeout for Keegan Rothrock. But I mentioned it before, this is game number 41 for the Gators. And Kendra has been on base in each and every one of the Florida games this year. That just misses, and she's aboard again.
Those are the types of pitches there where
chop towards second, the flip to the bag, and that is in time to get the force. Davison to Rijo, 1 away. No protest from Falvey or from Walton looking for a replay or a review.
tough play for Davison because she has to.
That's chopped. Ellis snags it, steps on the bag, 2 down. Shoemaker will take second. See, All-American season when she led the team in hitting at .434. This one is hit well to center field, but Johnson is there. And that will do it for Florida here in the third. 1-run game as we head to the fourth. Well, 9 p.m., a rather important basketball game.
Is there a basketball game
there
going
is. Florida-Auburn coming up. So we're going to keep things moving. First pitch, speaking of keeping it moving, it's well hit by the number 9 hitter, Miller, and Holtorf couldn't handle it. We'll see how they score it as it took
back even from that shortstop position.
Another one to short. This one knocked down. The throw's not going to be in time. as Johnson with the speed is on for a third time today, 2 on with nobody out here in the fourth.
Another ball that's hit routes that we've seen the Gators give Arkansas in this ball game.
Called strike 3. Looks like maybe it was up in the zone, and Kramer is retired. 1 away.
If you're Rothrock, you're going to take that call.
Ellis sends one to left, hit hard, and off the top of the fence. Here comes the runner around third, sliding in safely as Wood, and Bree Ellis delivers another RBI single. It was just shy of being another Bree bomb home run. 5-3 Arkansas.
This one just absolutely smoked off of the bat. Actually gets a little bit of topspin on this ball, and that's why it doesn't carry out of the ballpark. Hits right off of that wall out in left field, and she hit it so hard that it made that play of power from her upper body.
I think that was ball 4, was it not?
Yeah, there we go, ball 4.
Everybody's on the same page. Ball 4, Arkansas scores another run.
Nice at bat by the freshman. Even back to that first inning, too. Arkansas wasn't able to get anything across, but some long at bats to start off this game.
Rijo called out on strikes. Third strikeout for Rothrock. Swung on and missed. Rothrock will leave the bases loaded, but Arkansas plates 2 more. And the Razorbacks, after falling behind 3 things. All right, you're on the road. The team's together. You know, you've got that routine where you're all in a hotel and you're coming over for BP in the morning as Walsh walks on 4 pitches and the leadoff is aboard.
With her swing and just her ability to be able to keep her barrel behind the ball a bit more consistently this season. Allows her to drive the ball all over the field and take some walks.
Which she can do. 12 home runs on the season for Florida. This one is lifted to deep left and back and gone! Make it 13 for Williams. A 3-run shot, and it's a new ball game in Gainesville.
With runners in scoring position is something Florida was looking for. Mia Williams, after getting ahead in this count 3-0, finds herself in a full count, goes after this pitch outside and just pulls it straight out to that pitching lab in left field. Knows she's going to get something elevated. Robin Herron doesn't want to walk. Another batter comes right in.
Off speed, Brown goes down swinging. 1 away here in the 4th.
There's that changeup from
It comes up and in, and Hortoff will take first base.
He's able to time it up out in center field.
That slap to third. They look for the force at second, and they get the out there. 2 down here in the 4th.
Now, you wouldn't cap in those moments, right? You know, you're wishing you would have maybe hit it about a foot further, but tons of respect when those types of defensive plays are made.
In on the hands, pop up to Miller. Grounder to third. Cahalan across to Walsh. 1 away here in the 5th. Quickness, her lateral movement. I think she can still move a little bit. Slow roller to Cahalan. 2 away.
He has so far today.
This is blooped in foul ground, and Cahalan had a busy inning. And she was 3 for 3 in getting outs for the Gators. 6-6 after 4.5 in Gainesville. Erickson 0 for 2 today. This is a fly ball. Davison calls for it, puts it away for out number 1.
This year, coming into this series, that usage up to 17%.
Little bloop, drifting back and getting the out is David. She faced Mia Williams last inning. Off speed, the catcher Miller doesn't know where it is, so Walsh will reach safely after it got away from the catcher in the dirt. So a runner aboard with two. Into the glove of Ellis. Makes the catch, the no-look flip of the ball back towards the circle. Slapped out towards left, getting down in a hurry, and a nice grab by Otis for the out, one away. Ellis will take the walk.
And with numbers like that, I think I would go ahead and just put her on base, especially with nobody on board.
Wise move.
Go ahead and let.
Fly ball to shallow left field. A little easier degree of difficulty for Otis this time, 2 down. A 3-run home run in the third, walked in a run, and then comes up with another hit. The freshman, second hit today, on base for a third time, and her 5th hit of the series. Back up the middle, it's a base hit, and because the runners were in motion, Falby comes up throwing, and it's a good one. Deifel held the runner, thought perhaps Carter was going to be waved around, but popped up shallow right field. Shoemaker calls for it and gets the out, and Arkansas leaves them loaded in the 6th.
Depends on the hitter, but sometimes it can help you go to the ball on more of a straight line rather than a little bit longer on the backside when your barrel is more flat. And there, that equalizer is that changeup. Just so hard to read out of that. So I wouldn't necessarily look at a location for the changeup.
There's the changeup again. Ground ball to third. McDowell over to Ellis, 2 down.
She's just throwing them so often that you feel like Florida's going to have to try to go after that pitch eventually.
Last year, this year opponents hitting 181 against Herron. Hard shot to third, played by McDowell. Arkansas continues to make all the plays in the field. Tied at 6 after 6 in Gainesville. That's inside, and the leadoff is aboard for Arkansas here in the 7th. In between at-bats. And the subject is opposing pitchers. Good bunt, sacrifice successful. Go-ahead run at second with 1 down for Arkansas as we move back to the top of the lineup for the Hogs. Throwing back behind the runner and stumbling back towards the bag and getting in safely was Walker. Three and 1 the count to Johnson. Ball 4, 2 on with 1 out, and Kramer coming to the plate. The 1-2 from Brown. Tap back out towards the pitcher. Brown will send it over to first for the out. 2 down, second and third.
A pitch to her, and they're going to want to pitch to you in this situation. And right now, that's Kaylee Wyckoff over in that on-deck circle.
Ground ball to Walsh, who will step on the bag, and once again, Arkansas leaves the bases loaded here in Gainesville. That's times here today. Falby slaps it out to left. He'll hang in the air for Kramer, 1 away.
And with all the walks, the free passes, the hit batters, even a couple of errors defensively.
7 bases on balls.
Slow. And thinking that she's going to stay away with these curveballs.
Swung on and missed. Herron gets the strikeout, 2 down.
Changeup.
Popped up, playable for the catcher Miller, and will play extra innings in Gainesville. 6-6 as we head to the 8th.
The base hit off of Olivia Miller in her last at bat in the 6th inning.
Off of Brown, squibbing between the first baseman and the second baseman. McDowell is saved. That sounded like... Lays down the bunt, maybe a chance at second, not in time. Maddie, you talked about it earlier, that the sacrifice situation last inning by Miller, first and second with nobody out, and here's Davison. She lays down a bunt, and dead ball is being called here by the home plate umpire, and the out being called by our plate umpire.
After reviewing Birmingham, the call has changed. The ball did not hit the runner. The runner will be placed at first base.
Upset about.
Yeah,
Let's take another look at the full play here.
Madison,
So-
great point, because
But I think it's the umpire calls the play dead there, so I'm wondering if that's why they're placing her over at first base, even though she was clearly out on that throw.
and again, here's the bunt, the call on the field. Watch the home plate umpire. He thinks that the ball hits the batter, so he'll put his arms up. Dead ball. So right now it's dead, even though Erickson's got it, and she's going to be out by 4 steps. But because it's a dead ball at that point, I don't think that's one of the options there. But it's the common sense answer
Yes.
in many.
After consultation with the NCAA office, the ruling on the field remains bases loaded, nobody out.
NCAA office was brought in for this call. And maybe we'll get it tomorrow. I would love to know, I know they went to the NCAA office, and again, we talked about it. Get anybody who's
Absolutely,
a stakeholder, and Walton's been tossed.
He's upset, and I understand the frustration. That was one of the weirdest, if not the craziest play I've ever seen. And in a moment like this, tie ball game, top of the 8th inning. Yeah, the hat comes off. Yeah, not happy about it at all.
Fly ball to the left fielder, Otis. Shallow left, not deep enough to get the run in, 1 out. Well, for the Gators, here's a rallying point. He's being provided by this Florida crowd. Brown gets the strikeout. She's fired up, 2 down. That's 2, she says. Johnson with 2 hits today, 4 in the series. 44 this season. Back to the pitcher. Brown's got it, and Florida gets out of the bases loaded jam again.
Then back to back. We've seen that already in this at bat.
Her 4 strikeouts have come on the changeup. She throws it here, doesn't get it. And Otis fired up as she draws a leadoff walk. Reagan Walsh hit a 2-run home run in the first. That's off the hands. It's going to drop in. It's a fair ball. They get the force at second base because the runner had to hold in case it was caught in the air. So Otis is retired. Line shot off the glove of the second baseman. The toss to second for the force as Davison stuck with it, got it to Rijo. Grounded to third, snagged by McDowell over to Ellis with a stretch at first to retire the side. And Ellis limping just a little bit if she comes.
Line 2, tie ball game, 6-6. Razorbacks have 10 hits, and Florida only has 4 hits.
This is a soft liner to Falby in center. and Kramer is retired for the first out. 2-1, the count to the senior from Houston. This one is lifted to deep right center field. It is back at the track, at the wall. It is gone. Number 20 for Bri Ellis. Arkansas in front in the ninth.
Arkansas, just when it felt like Florida had all of the momentum in this ball game. This is a changeup outside. We saw her hit a changeup out in yesterday's ball game. She gets a changeup the opposite direction, drives it, gets that backspin, gets that carry, and it carries out of the yard to give the right then out of the zone, slow, low, and away. But she is just seeing the ball so well right now.
Fly ball to Falby. She's got it, and Wyckoff is retired, 2 down.
And what a big swing by her, too.
Her 68th.
That maybe they're typos because they are that good.
That's a base hit through the right side for Ella McDowell, who is on base again. That is her 4th hit today, her 7th hit of the series. Ball 4-2 aboard here with 2 down for Arkansas. Back in the first inning, Reagan Walsh's home run was between Florida and Auburn in the Final Four. This one is hit well to center field. Falby moving back. Track, wall. She's got it to retire the side, but not before Bri Ellis goes deep for 2 batters in the 4th, giving way to Herron. Herron gets the strikeout. 1 down here in the 9th.
After she fouled off that changeup.
1-0 to Riley Holtorf. Came up on her, and the tying run is aboard here in the 9th for Florida, so the winning run will come to the plate on the 3-2 pitch. Do you send her in motion? There she goes, the ground ball. Only plays at first, and Ellis is off the bag. Falby safe. Holtorf at second. She was in motion. First and second, 1 out for Florida here in the 9th. Here's the 2-2 from Herron. Slow roller to Ellis. Nothing happening there. We'll get the out at first. 2 outs. Second and third now for the Gators. Down a run in the 9th, but down to their final out.
Put the pressure on Corby Otis. She did have a hit in yesterday's ball game against Robin Herron. But with Jocelyn Erickson and what she's done, you go ahead and put her on and see if Corby Otis can come through.
As Maddie mentioned, singled against Herron last night. The 0-1. Hit well to right field. It's over the right fielder's head. It's over the fence. It's a walk-off grand slam. Somehow, some way, Florida wins.
This swing by Corby Otis, she was ready for it. She got this rise ball up and outside. Her swing tailor-made for pitches up in the zone. She goes after what she wants. She gets it, and she sends it the opposite way out of the yard. Walk-off grand slam for Corby Otis. No moment bigger for her than right there. They walk Jocelyn Erickson to get to Otis, and she's able to come through to win this ball game and even up this series for Florida.
They celebrate on the field. Somewhere back under the stadium, Tim Walton is celebrating. A gutty, gritty win by the Gators as they pull it out by a final score of 10-7 in a game that took 3 hours and 32 minutes. Great job by our crew here from Madison Shibin and our crew. I'm Eric Freed. So long from Gainesville.